All right, guys, we are here for the preview for Week 6. I am here with the man of the peoples, Mr. Peoples. How you doing today?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well.
All right, all right. Well, this is Walter Hudson, and with no further ado, we're going to start with the 12 p.m. game: the Sixers versus the Bucks. Bucks enter 3-2. Sixers enter 1-4. Mr. Peoples, who you got winning and why?
I have the Bucks winning. I feel as though the Bucks has a identity, but I do think it's going to be a close game between the two, with the Bucks edging them out. 76ers really need to just move the ball. Hopefully, Austell can be there to help on the inside because Quan is going to be a load in there. But I feel like Miles will be able to attack the basket and things of that nature. So, but I still choose the Bucks to win this game.
All right, I got the Bucks winning as well. The Bucks have been a very good team starting games. I feel like when the Sixers get kind of flustered when they don't have the lead, the game where they beat the Grizzlies, they pretty much had a good lead, solid lead the whole game and just kept it. But when they get too far down, I don't think they have the experience together to kind of climb out of the holes yet. But that's it. I think the Bucks have been together long enough. They have the players that'll do so. They've climbed from behind before. They've dominated in games where you didn't think. So I just got the Bucks winning this game. Simple. We'll move on to the 1 p.m. game. We have the Nets versus the Grizzlies. Possible game of the week. It's 3 games this Sunday. That could be a possible game of the week. I guess I'll go first. I got the Grizzlies winning, and this is my very own Grizzlies, for those who don't know. But I have the Grizzlies winning this game. There will be no Chris White, to my current information. But I have the Grizzlies winning this game because I feel like with Wally Watson, with Jeremiah Mitchell, with Daryl Harris, and Chad White, we have a lot of rebounding. We can get more possessions out of this game. I think that without Chris White, the ball movement is slightly different, and this is not the same type of team. It's like a totally different team without Chris, but it could be just as good as it is with him. So I think that Chad White is going to have a stellar game. I think Martavius Laster is going to be hard to guard, but I think the Grizzlies just going to come out on top because it's nothing we can really we can't counter with the pieces that we have now. What you got, Mr. Peoples?
Man, I do feel as though this could be a game of the week, but I'm kind of torn because Chris won't be there. I think Chris would have been my edge maker to a certain extent, but I have to go with the Nets. Going with just team chemistry and, having that go-get-it attitude that Puda brings and even Ronnie, what he brings to the table of his experience running the team and Troy Louis down there, rebounding. Even Maurice, So I really think it's going to be a close game. It's going to be a high, intense game, and I have the Nets winning the game.
I understand. Definitely going to be a good game. Could totally be a game of the week for either, for any of the 3 that I feel could be. But next game, which I think is going to be a good game as well, the 2 p.m. game, we have the Thunder versus the Heat. Thunder yet to get a win. They're on 5. The Heat have just one win, and that was the very first week against the Sixers. They're 1-4, 0-4 in the last 4. Mr. Peoples, who you got edging the other in this game?
Well, I'm coaching the Heat now, so I'm definitely going to choose the Heat to come out victorious in this game. I feel like, with the experience that I have coaching and with the trust that I have from some of the players on the Heat, they'll be able to react to the different things that I'm going to bring to the game. But I do think it's going to be a very up and down game, a very transitional game. Thunder definitely not going to be easy to just put away right away. But I think we're going to do enough. We definitely have to rebound. So we're going to have to get a lot from Shaq, which we haven't been getting at all. So I'm hoping, and I want to see Shaq produce more. So if we can get some production out of him, I feel like we shouldn't have no problem beating the Thunder.
Okay. Well, for this game, it's really hard for me to. It's like you want to pick the Thunder because of the pieces that they have, and you know that they're capable of countering. This Heat team especially. I think C.J. Link knows how to attack this team defensively, I'm gonna give it to the Heat in this, and I'm gonna say that it's gonna be like the defense from Antoine Peterson and Sean Ort is gonna be the difference maker in this game. I think that's going to be the matchup that really determines who wins, because those are the guys that's going to get the rebounds. Those are the guys that's going to get after it for sure. So whichever one of them can bring the most energy to their team and get more fast breaks and make smarter plays and finish at the basket, just set the tone, you know what I'm saying, for the game, the bigger guys for this team, I think everybody else will fall in line. Right. That's just how I feel about this game. I think that's a really good matchup, a slept-on matchup as well. But I would have the Heat edge in the Thunder. But that's all I got for that. Next game, another possible game of the week, the 3 p.m. game, we have the Spurs versus the Celtics. Spurs just coming off a loss to the Grizzlies, and the Celtics winning their last game. I believe it was the Sixers, correct? No, the Sixers played the Nets. The Bucks. Yeah, Celtics winning their last game against the Bucks in the game of the week last week. Spurs kind of got more production from their guards last game. Gerald Duckworth struggled a bit, but Micah did what he had to do. Shot the ball very well, hit 5 3 balls. Finally found that stroke that we said he needed to find. But the Celtics just very well coached. The one loss they had was to the undefeated the still undefeated Nets. In a 1-point game, was it 2-point game, something like that? Came down to a turnover, just a bad play. Yeah. So execution was the difference in that one. So I'll go first, I guess. I'm gonna give the edge to the Celtics. I think that Phil Andrade is just. I think that he's gonna give Octavius a run for his money. Octavius can bang with the best of them, but Phil is different. I'll be honest. He has the vision of a guard, but the body of a big. Like, it's just, I don't like, he's gonna cause problems, especially if Kavos continues to play at the somewhat MVP level that he's playing at right now. So yeah, I would have to edge them there. Trey Johnson, I just haven't seen. Like, I've seen the highlights. I've seen, some blocks. I've seen some lobs, but I haven't really seen him get involved in offense in like maybe 2 or 3 seasons. It's like he's kind of coming out there just to have fun, just to be out there. I think I've mentioned that before, but I would have to give this one to the Celtics just because of the coaching and the personnel. Who you got? Spurs, Celtics.
Well, I'm gonna have to rock with you as well. I'm gonna pick the Celtics. I believe at this moment in the season, I feel as though that they're more put together than the Spurs are. I still feel like the Spurs are still trying to find their rhythm within their team, because even last week, 2 weeks ago, Micah still took shots where if he moved the ball a little bit, maybe he would have got a better shot. Gerald, forcing some shots and things like that. If Gerald come out and Micah come out and they are being decision makers and utilizing the team, it's going to be a very, very tough game for the Celtics to win. But Vashawn Sims, I feel like the Celtics will win by an overtime. Celtics win in overtime.
I do think that the guards of the Spurs could definitely swing the momentum for this. I think if Jared Johnson shows up, I think it's a no gamer. I think it's definitely the Celtics. But
that's a different story.
If Jared Johnson shows up, now you have somebody that facilitates, knows how to get the ball to the spots that these guys like. Can shoot the ball very well. Then my theory of Vashawn Sims coming off the bench. wouldn't be so bad because imagine, you got your guys going. Now you got Sims coming in with all the energy. Just now he could take all the same shots he was going to take if he was starting. He can come in with that free flow and just play however he wants, versus having to worry about getting people going. Like Jerry get them going and come out there and kill these people. You know what I mean? Like, I think that's how the Celtics should win if they have Jared. If not, I think Vashawn Sims still would be a handful for him. But Gerald and Micah, that's a tough combo. If they can get it going, ain't no telling. That's, like I said, possible game of the week. We'll go to the next one. I think this game could be possible game of the week. I think one of these teams can beat any team, and one of this team everybody wants to beat. You have the Warriors and the Bulls. I think the Bulls can beat just about anybody with the roster they have. Not the greatest defensive team, but they can outscore or score or match just any team in the league. The Warriors, megastars. Antonio Marshall, Tyree Mosley, Kawani Blackman, Latrell Tidwell, you name it. They got a lot of guys that could do a lot of different things. Who you got winning in this one, Mr. Peoples? Bulls, Warriors.
Oof, I struggle with this one. Mm-hmm. Well, but I am going to take the Bulls in this one. Over the Warriors.
I take.
I'm going to take the Bulls.
Bulls are 2-3, by the way. Warriors 4-1.
Going to take the Bulls in this one. They're a very gritty team, and I feel as though they're going to frustrate the Warriors as we've seen them be in the past weeks against teams that they shouldn't get frustrated about. I don't believe they will go out to three well, and Bulls going to shoot a lot of threes. Bobby C from the Munoz brothers, and then you have Nick Crow and the Seth and Riley. It's going to be very hard to really counter their chemistry versus the Warriors' chemistry. So I'm going for the upset. I'm going for the Bulls.
All right. Well, I'm going to go Warriors. And I don't know how well Seth Johnson can be in this game. He hasn't proven this season. Or later last season, he kind of got it together. Like later when they made that big surge in the playoffs, they beat the Grizzlies twice at the end. I hate to say it, but and then they kind of had a good game against the champs. I think they played the Warriors, I believe. Yeah. Again, which is back to Bulls Warriors.
That was a close game too.
It was a very close game. So I think that I gotta go. I gotta go with the Warriors. Like I said, it comes down to Seth. I think that Tidwell will outplay that matchup of the bigger guys. Nick Crow is going to be huge in this game. He has to play very, very well. He has to be smart with the ball. He has to finish inside. And the Munoz brothers are going to do what they do. Like, whether they make shots or not, they're putting pressure on the defense regardless of whether shots are falling or not. Because the last thing, he can miss 10 shots. He's going to take the 11th. Like, these Munoz brothers can shoot. Mm-hmm. I like Miguel Munoz off the catch and shoot a little better. I think Benny, when he has the ball in his hand, is a threat because of the jump shot.
And like you were saying, Walt, they also have an X factor. The Bulls do.
Bobby Krivokapic.
Mm-mm.
Who you got?
Herb.
Oh, Herb Alford.
Uncle Herb.
Yeah.
That's an X factor.
Bobby's been playing well, like, low-key this season. Very low-key. Like, he hasn't been taking as many shots as I'm used to seeing.
Yeah, Bobby, yeah.
Yeah, he hasn't.
The Munoz brothers taking.
Yeah.
And Herb didn't play with him last year, but that was a great pickup.
That was a great pickup for him, and that could be something that can help him out. But I think that Antonio Marshall, being the game manager that he is, I think Otis Houston realizes that this may not be the game that he can, like, manipulate his way inside, so he'll pull the playmaking bag out. If he can be dominant inside this game, that'd be amazing. I would love to see it. I would love to see it, But I think he can put on his other hat this game and get everybody going and involved. I think they need those young legs, though. Alonzo King needs to be out there running, finishing at the basket. He missed a lot of layups this season. has to get out there and finish. Jacquees Springer has to stop settling, has to get to the basket, make the Bulls feel you inside. Like, it's you have to make them get those bigs in foul trouble. Like, I don't know. The Warriors, I think, have the tools to do so, but the Bulls, like I said, can beat any team in this league. So, but I'll go Warriors just based off talent alone. Final one, we'll do Magic Lakers. Lakers coming off of a loss from the Bulls, 76-74. Magic coming off of a win against the Thunder, 53-52. They both coming off some nail biters, both looking to get another win. One coming off a loss, looking to get a win, and one of them coming off a win, looking to double it. Who you got in this one? I'll go first. Lakers Magic. I will take the Lakers for this game. I think they'll use this opportunity to show the league that this is a team to be reckoned with. I think that they're hearing the noise about they're not as good as they're advertised. So I think that they want to be able to prove it against a team that they feel like they can outrun, because this is a team they totally can outrun. I think that the Magic just don't have enough. They have not scored over 54 points this season. So if you can score 60 points, you pretty much can beat the Magic. So it really just, they're not. I just don't see how the Magic would be able to overcome the Lakers if the Lakers are running. I don't see it way. What you got, Mr. Peoples?
Lakers, man. Lakers will win by 20. This would be
a dub game.
Yeah, this would be the Magic's first time getting blew out. Because I don't think the Magic has gotten blown out, have they?
Not that I can recall.
So I think this would be their first time getting blew out without, the whole perception of not having Billy. Because they're gonna run. They're gonna run Dre. Even though the Magic will get Casey back, which is a big piece.
Big piece.
Marcus. So I do think in the first, half it'd be good. It's gonna be a good game to watch. I do think the Lakers will pull away at the end to win. I don't think they'll win by more than 20.
Okay. Understood. Well, that wraps it up for our predictions for week 6.